Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your weekly read. So the last one I did was your monthly. I'm going to attach that at the end of this video here so you can take a look at the monthly. But this is your weekly reading and it's for the week ahead. Thanks so much for dropping in here, Capricorn. And let's get to it. It is a 9-card draw that I'm doing for the weeklies. Let's find out what's going on for you, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about it. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Capricorn, thanks for your thumbs up if that's what you're here to do. I appreciate it. It just grows this Capricorn tribe. Everybody needs more Capricorn in their life. Let's find out what's going on with my Earth cousins, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. 9-card draw. We start out with the King of Wands in the reverse. All right, just checking to make sure that everything is upright. Yep, there are going to be a few that are going to be reversed, but we'll find out what's going on here. So we've got the King of Wands in the reverse. Why is that? We've got the 8 of Cups. Oh, contemplation. It feels like you're digging around within your wisdom. Contemplation. Do I leave this place or not? It feels like you're looking at possibly walking away from something or someone that has you stuck. It feels as though you, with the King of, I'll explain to you, the King of Wands in the reverse to me is not taking action. This is somebody who hasn't yet found the wisdom that they're looking for. Now, let's be honest, the Kings all have masteries, and this one has the wisdom to take action on what they want. But the King of Wands really needs to want it before they take action. And I feel like this is a really important action because we have the 8 of Cups here. It does feel like somebody here is feeling stifled. That's what this feels like. I feel like I'm settling for something I didn't sign up for. I feel stuck. I feel like I'm giving more than I'm getting. It feels like somebody here has decided that they are possibly going to just detach emotionally from a situation that has got them captive. It almost feels like there is codependency or attachment. Something's holding you back and you have not yet taken action to walk away, but I think you're mulling it over, Capricorn. Tell me about this. We have the 4 of Pentacles. You're not telling anybody. You are holding back, or I feel the reason you haven't taken action to walk away is because you're holding on to something. What is it? Heart of the matter. Empress energy. It feels like, it almost feels as if, when I see the Empress at the heart of the matter, it's because of abundance, or it's because I'm outgrowing the situation. I feel that you have probably invited someone to grow with you, but rather than grow with you, it feels like somebody here would rather attach to you. Somebody would rather chain you to them, stay codependent with you. I feel you are the bringer of things. You could be the feminine or the masculine Empress, but it feels you are the bringer of things. You're the person who probably makes the most money, the person who probably takes care of the home, of the children if there are any. Feels like you take care of the cleaning of the home. You make all the appointments, the dentist appointments. It feels like you're the person who takes care of everything. And you are in contemplation about whether or not that is enough for you. Are you just settling? It feels like you don't want to let go of it because it could be something you're holding on to tightly. Tell me more. The Queen of Pentacles is here. It does feel like there is some sort of, that's your energy, right? Queen of Pentacles. It feels like you are someone who has really been taking care of yourself, your money, your time, your effort, your energy. It feels like you're very organized. It feels like you're the CEO of the household. Maybe you are a CEO, I don't know, but it feels like you are somebody who's very organized. I know what I'm doing on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. I know when I have to go to the gym and work out. I know how many calories I took in today. It feels like you're very on top of it, I would say. You're on top of it all. But it feels as though there is someone in your life who is not on top of it at all. This person, rather than growing with you, because look, the Empress inspires everyone around them. I feel like you are an inspiration, except for someone who I feel benefits from you not leaving the situation. I could be talking about a job. Maybe you've outgrown the role that you're in and no one is noticing that. or they do notice it, but they're not giving you the promotion. They're not giving you the raise. It feels like you have outgrown the situation. You're being held back, but I think it's because you are deciding whether or not to take action on detaching and walking away. I want to say that you know your worth. You know your worth. You know you have a lot of worth. You might be a person who is stable financially. It feels like you are taking care of self. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, and you do see that there's other opportunities out there. So I feel that you feel held back, that you feel that somebody who you might be married to, dating, or maybe this is a workplace thing, or possibly you've been volunteering at this place forever, and it's like they do not see that you are the inspiration, or you're the one who inspires everyone else around you. There is somebody here who has no interest in growing, and instead of having to, like, usually the Empress levels up the people around them. They look at the Empress and they say, gosh, I wish I was that together. Like the Queen of Pentacles, right? And wish I was that organized. I wish I could, lose a couple pounds. Like, I feel like you, without saying a word, are inspiring people around you. But there is one person who I think is in your life, and they would rather hold you back in their vibration than have to reach up or expand themselves. They don't want to change. Tell me more. We have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. There's a truth that needs to be spoken here. Some sort of truth is going to be coming out. I feel like there has to be a conversation here. Something's going to become clear. Yeah. So I do feel that you are the subject matter expert at whatever it is that you do. Possibly it's a career. Maybe you're making a career move. You've decided that you've outgrown the place that you are. But I feel like you are a person that other people come to because you're a person of influence. You're a person who knows things. You're a person who's educated. You're a person who knows a lot about the pentacle world, maybe money. Maybe you're a financial advisor. It feels like you're a person who's really grown in your role and you've become the subject matter expert. And I feel that there is somebody who is trying to hold you back. It could be your boss who knows that you can do their job, and they're trying to hold you back in your role because, well, if they start letting go of the bullet train, you're just gonna head right for their job. Like, it feels like somebody might be holding you back because they do not want you to take their job, if this is the corporate world. But it also could be someone that is married to another person who refuses to change. This is what causes a lot of divorces. When two people get together and one person starts growing and the other one would rather hold the other one back than grow themselves. Let's put down two cards here. We'll see what's going on under the surface here for Capricorn. We've got the Star and we've got the Ten of Pentacles. I got shit to do. That's what that tells me. Look, I've got expansion. I've got dreams. I'm manifesting things. I've healed myself. I've healed my finances. I'm probably in the best shape of my life, either financially or emotionally. I'm ready to love. It feels like somebody here really is at the heart of the matter, the Empress. The person who is the bringer of things to people around them, but you've got somebody in your environment here who is quite codependent. And this person is someone who I feel does not want to see you do well. Because if you leave the department, then they've got to work harder, or they're going to have to expand themselves. Tell me why the Eight of Cups is here. Tell me about the Eight of Cups, please. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Fool. There we go. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you've hit the glass ceiling, my friend. That's what it feels like. You've worked on yourself. You've become very educated. It feels like you've hit the glass ceiling here. It's almost like you are placating someone else. Like you are sitting here waiting for someone else to grow. They refuse to do it. I feel like it's time for you to take your kind, compassionate self and take some sort of leap of faith here. It feels as though you are going to be departing somewhere, wherever that is, wherever I'm talking about. It'll be different for all of you. There's quite a few of you watching. And the Fool tells me that this feels like an ominous change. it feels like you're afraid of it because it's very different, but you know that you are capable because you're in this Empress energy, the Queen of Pentacles energy. It feels like you know that you can do it because you're confident. I feel like you're very educated. You're someone who probably built your life or built yourself or built something all on your own and have become the subject matter expert of that thing. So I think that you are about to detach from your environment. So whether that means you're moving out or you're just detaching emotionally, it feels like you're going to try and do it in the most kind and compassionate way you know how. But I feel like this Queen of Cups with the Eight of Cups is telling me you're going to pull away your emotions slowly. You're going to pull away from this person in a slow fashion until they realize that they're on their own. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Cups. We've got the Page of Swords. And we've got the Judgment card. Look, I feel like you tried to inspire someone. You tried to teach them. This opportunity keeps coming back around. So I'm going to say that you are somebody who is very dedicated to growth. And it feels like with the Judgment card that this keeps coming back to you. You keep noticing that the person that you're with or the closest to, or the place that you work or the place that you volunteer or the friends that you have, it feels like you're outgrowing it. It keeps coming back to you. Are you going to go now this time or not? And you're like, no, maybe I'll just stay a little bit longer. But I feel like you are observing the Five of Cups. You're like, eventually I'm going to get to the place where I'm holding myself back. And I'm going to regret the things that I'm missing out on, because you're manifesting big things. You have big hopes about abundance and about good health and good wealth. And I feel like you are somebody who is trying to teach someone. It feels like you have someone in your midst who is quite immature, possibly or probably the same age as you or older. And somebody is not willing to learn. So I think the sadness or the regret is you're going to have to turn your back on the situation. You can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't force it to drink. And I think that's the situation that's going on here. I think you've realized that if you continue, justice, karma, if you continue to meddle in someone else's karma, that will bring karma on you. Let me explain. If there is somebody in your life who keeps doing the wrong thing, and you can see that they're doing the wrong thing, and they keep coming to you, let's just say it's somebody in your life who can't get a handle on their finances. But the reason they can't get a handle on their finances is because they refuse to live within their means. So instead of saving their money, they go out and they buy the Louis Vuittons. And you see them buy the Louis Vuittons. But then they come to you at the end of the month and they say, look, I don't have any money. I don't have groceries. Last week they bought steaks. They bought all kinds of stuff that was outside of their means instead of trying to stretch $1. And they come to you and they say, look, I need money now. How are you going to let me go hungry? It's tough out there. And you meddle in their karma. You give them money. You give them money for rent. You give them money for food. And they never learn their lesson. So it keeps coming back round. This keeps happening over and over again. Because you won't let them feel their karma of, well, if you overspend, now you've got a problem on your hands that you're going to have to fix. This person here, because you keep being so kind and loving and compassionate, they're not learning their lesson, which means they're not learning their karma. Everybody has to learn their karma, right? So let's talk about the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is the one who keeps giving, over giving. I feel like it's you. We've got the Ten of Swords, but that is the end of that. Yeah, it feels like you cannot do that anymore. The Nine of Wands tells me you're burnt out. It feels like I'm burnt out. I don't want to say it anymore. We've got the Seven of Wands is in the reverse. You have to stand up for yourself and say, this is the end. I'm releasing you. I'm releasing you to the wild. You're going to have to take care of yourself and find out a way to spend your money better, or you're going to end up homeless. It feels like somebody here is making a really hard decision, and this person is going to feel like you betrayed them. They're going to feel like you betrayed them. I feel like you went long enough without standing up for yourself. You went long enough being flexible with this person and not putting up your boundaries, and I feel like it's exhausted you. 10 of Wands is here. It's time to drop the burden you've been carrying. Tell me about the 7 of Swords in the reverse, because that's the reveal of something. Tell me about the 7 of Swords in the reverse for Capricorn. We've got the 10 of Cups. We've got the Ace of Cups. And we've got the Knight of Wands. It really does feel that the truth or the thing that's revealed to you is that you could be far more heart happy. You could be experiencing joy, excitement, travel. You could be, doing all the things you want to do, but instead you're here waiting for someone to overspend in the month to give them money so they can live. And you keep perpetuating the cycle because you won't allow them to fall on their nose. You won't allow them to learn their karma. I feel like what's being revealed to you here is that you can be joyful, you can be happy, you can be heart happy, you might even meet somebody. It feels like that you have a passion to share your heart with someone and be joyful. But I feel like right now you are in a situation where you are perpetuating a cycle because you care for someone else, but I don't think you love this person. If this is a relationship, I feel like you care for them, but you don't love them. You love them, but you're not in love with them. So we're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk about this because I feel like there is a battle coming up here. Got the 5 of Wands here, and it might be a battle situated around money, time, effort, energy, property, the house, the car. It might be a battle that's coming up around that because you've taken your power back. The power has shifted to you, and you've decided to use all of those tools that have been given to you and stand your ground. Immovable. Taurus, right? You have decided to stand your ground. We're going to go into the extended. If you want to come into the extended, we're going to talk about what this Empress is going to do with this person who has now become very codependent on you. And this situation keeps raising its head and that person's not willing to learn. So it's time to let them feel their karma. Let's go into the extended. If you want to go into the extended, please look at the top of the comments. There's one pinned comment. In that pinned comment, there is a link to the membership, which is where all the extendeds go for all of the signs. If you're interested, come on over there. If you're interested in a private read, this is what's walking you into all of the changes that are coming up in July. I will put your monthly reading at the end of this video so you can see how one thing you need to figure out is going to change everything. This is a changing month for you in July, and this is like June going into July this week, right? So if you are interested in a private read within the next 3 to 6 months, or even just one question, please look at the pinned comment and check out the link to Hypsee. I do live readings. I also do pre-recorded readings. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the extended if that's where you end up. If not, I'll see you again. Bye-bye.